Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. For those of you here in the Federation, you guys know it is a rainy, rainy Tuesday morning. I hope everybody out there is keeping safe and everyone was able to stay warm. Was able to stay warm, guys. But yeah, it has been coming down. But let's get the formalities out of the way. Your fave, Azam. I wonder if I'm going to be joined by Jade Gwenigo and Adita CPL Matter Stuart Johnson this morning. We have to wait and see. Uh, but yeah, guys, it's November 8th. And again, the rain is coming down. I don't know about where you guys are, but in my area, it seems as though the rain has been raining non-stop all night. When I say all night, I'm pretty sure at least since maybe 2 a.m., maybe even before. So I don't know. I'm just hoping everybody is staying safe. The usual flood areas, how people are very much aware of what's happening. Also, places that are prone to landslides and the sort. You know, really, people are just being real careful. Schools are closed, to my knowledge, today as well. For those of you wondering, the kiddies are asked to stay home. I know there's also been an appeal to offices to, be lenient with people coming in a few minutes late, or for those who may have to actually bring their kids to work. Because, of course, it might be difficult for some parents to find some way to, keep their kids today, keep them safe. And so, yeah, trying to unlock my phone, it's not doing what's happening. But, yeah, so, guys, school is out. And please remember, guys, to stay safe throughout the day. Okay. Yeah, so if you see me cranking out, it's simply because I am trying to fix my phone. It's not allowing me to enter. Wow. Okay. It's not allowing me to enter the my password. I don't know what's happening with that, but such is life. When in doubt, restart. So that's what I'll do. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, restart. And yeah, there we go. All right. So I don't know who's gonna join me today. We should be having some guest joining me in the studio. But with all the rain going on, who knows what the day is gonna look like. Hopefully they get here. Usually at 8:30 on Tuesdays, we have our friends from the Solid Waste Management Corporation coming in. And we also had another interview that I am really looking forward to. So hopefully that happens throughout the day. And we're able to share in whatever is happening there. Because, yeah, that last interview I'm excited for, to be honest. But while my phone restarts, I just want to encourage people to call in. I'm gonna have a bit of an open line this morning where you could call in and tell me what's on your mind. We could have a little discussion. Anything off the table? If anything off the table, we'll take it off once it gets placed. Once it gets placed, we'll take it off the table at that point. So no need to worry. Call in, let me know what's on your mind, and we could have some cool discussion on this lovely rainy morning. I really wish I was in my bed, relaxing. I'm gonna tell you, I was this close. And hear the joke now. This how things that's happening, Guess who have a flat this morning? Moi. Tire flat down to the ground. Try put in some air. the puncture so bad you could hear the ear coming out while you're putting in the ear. So that wasn't getting me anywhere this morning. I was just like, okay, of all mornings, why this morning? But that's how it is, and yeah. Let me see. Oh, this is still not working. What going on here? All right. Well, we have someone calling in on the phone lines, so we'll get that going. Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT. What's up?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And good morning to listeners from and abroad. Carl Brown here. I have to make a comment. Yesterday, the Ministry of Education was very late in abandoning school because they should have been checking out the weather from since Sunday night. And up to 7 o'clock, 7:30 yesterday morning, they should have abandoned school. And I hope they're not letting school workers and officials go to school again today. And then to call people to tell people pick up your child at 12 or 1 or 11 o'clock. They should have come on since this morning, even at 6 o'clock, and abandoned school. So I hope they had nobody left their home this morning and go to school.
I don't know. I don't know what time the message went out, but at least prior to 7 o'clock this morning, I saw messages from teachers saying that school had been called off. So I don't know what time the official word went out.
Well, that will be very, very, very good.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If that happens. So, but I listen a number of news and a number of radio stations, including this radio station, including ZIZ, and there was no official report on those news stations.
Well, like I said,
that should have come out. That should have come out on the 7 o'clock news to let people know that there will be no school today.
Yeah, I mean I can't speak for all the radio stations. I don't know what time the first personnel gets in the studio, because the studio isn't manned all night. So it kind of depends on how that works. But like I said, at least for me, I know parents were getting the word prior to even 7 o'clock. So I don't know what the official mode of communication is in these cases.
Well, even you, at this point, should have had something to release in the few minutes that you're on.
Well, I suppose, but I guess maybe because of my position too, not necessarily a radio employee. Maybe I ain't in the chat. I ain't in the radio chat, so me me in the radio chat, so I don't know, and I can't get into my WhatsApp, so who knows? Maybe a message there for me, but I can't get into it.
Okay, I was just checking on that, and not only that too. For today too, I think seeing how the weather going, I think the private sector and even those government offices 8 to 4 should have abandoned work today too. I don't think they should have people leaving the house because it's been raining for days now. Gusts are running, rain is coming non-stop. I mean, we have to look at safety for our people. And think we may lose a few 100,000, a few millions today, but it's better for the safety of the country and its people.
Understood. Again, I don't know exactly.
I just want to put that out there. Maybe you know what others may think. Maybe you may start some calls. I'm gone.
All right, man. I appreciate your contribution. All right. So someone is saying that the permanent secretary for education was on ZIZ this morning after the morning news concerning school being called off. So it does seem as though there was some attempt to officially reach out to members of society to get the word out. I know there is probably some businesses that would have asked their employees to stay in today. Part of the thing for me is, yeah, it's been raining. It's been raining a few days now. I think there's been a effort over the years to make it so that we're able to move around the island main road, even in the case of heavy rains. So, most of the guts are covered. Not all, of course. Those going around the country, I think a lot of those are covered, that allow you to pass. Someone saying there's also release on SKNIS as well, which, yes, of course, I would suspect. So, generally, I tend to go to SKNIS for those kinds of releases as well. But yeah, I mean, even if it's a matter that we're saying that based on the fact that it's been raining and the way it's been raining, it's dangerous for us to move around the island, then to me that speaks to something different. That speaks to the fact that we need to address that. Then it can't be that when rain fall, we have like heavy rainfall that we just like the government shut down, bank shut down. Like I don't think that's feasible. So I mean, on my way here, and I don't live too far away from the station, but on my way here, the roads were clear. It wasn't much hassle, even though the rain has been falling in Bastia for hours. Like I said, I don't think it has stopped. I don't think it has stopped raining since at least maybe 2 a.m. in the Bastia area. But we have another call on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Good morning.
Morning.
I think that we have passed the time that when we have like a tropical wave like we have now, a tropical storm, hardly any wind and some rain, most of the guts in the roads have been bridged.
Mm-hmm.
And people, you need to turn out to work. You need to be productive. You can't shut down the place because we have some rain. That don't work no more. And the other thing is that those who are on salary, if ever you decide not to work during rain, you should not be paid. If you know that you will be docked that day, you're going to find yourself to work. I have noticed even the past years when we had the sugar factory, when a shower rain start falling, people who work in under a shed stop working and sit down and look at the rain.
Yeah.
We have to go to work. If you're in another country and you have a job, you can't say rain come. You can't come. The road had to be black for you not to be able to get there. The plane must not be able to fly for you not to get there. You have to get to the job. So much sitting around now and watching rain fall, that don't count no more. You could wish that the rain would stop. But while you're wishing, you will be in your office working, or you'll be in the place of work.
Right.
Because that's so good air condition, they're so comfortable now that it could be snowing, storming, and as long as the engine is running and the wheel is turning, no wet, an umbrella, you're in your office. So what are you talking about? There's no cane field no more. The system have changed. No, you have the job. It's time for you to work. Lots of people want a job and they don't want to work. Thank you very much for keeping the program going, and do have a good day, and all things work together for good. That love God and fear Him. Have a good day.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I figure the threshold that would have to be met to have people stay in their homes. I think that has gone up during over the years. There's been a lot of work done to secure not only the roadways but even some of the areas where we're prone to landslides and stuff like that. There's been a lot of work done to try and secure those areas and make it safe for people to move even during times of heavy rain. So yeah, and if it's a matter that for whatever reason you're unable to make it safely into work, I think that's something you could prove to your employer. Everybody got WhatsApp and pictures and video and all kind of thing. So there's ways to to show that the effort was made and it just wasn't possible. But I'm telling you, maybe I different. Maybe I live in the US, and people going to work all in snowstorm. If you see the threshold that's needed for people to stay home, no matter talk about Canada. What they got some temperatures there I hit while I was while I was in Canada, and but people ain't even supposed to live in these places as far as I'm concerned. And people getting up and going work. The temperature you got to reach for school to get called off, and the amount of snow that needs to be expected. Bye. I always said rain is like rain in St. Kitts is to what like a heavy snowstorm is in the US. People stop driving with sense. People like bye. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. But the truth is, for those of us who have to work today, again, just hoping that everybody remains safe. Everybody is just mindful of the changing in conditions and taking that into account. What is happening with my phone? And taking that into account as they move about. All right. So, guys, please be safe and turn up ILNT loud. All right. So someone sent me last night, and by someone I mean Jade, a post by the past Minister of Education, Jodel Powell. I guess he was responding to a video that went around showing some persons who are part of the delegation in Taiwan doing a display where they were riding bikes, I guess. And I remember when I saw it, I was speaking to somebody and I was like, oh, well, look at that. Like, I wonder if they can have the same reaction to when Jonel was riding the camel. Well, apparently he wasn't the only one who had the same who had the same idea. Look, actually, we're funny, we're funny as a nation, but you can't tell me that we just aren't ones who just love having some humor. It has to be that's what's going on. But I ain't even going deep into that. But yeah, it was just funny to me to see that was that was a nice jump off point for some conversations. And some well wishes from Jonel Powell. Let's call them well wishes. But guys, we actually gonna take a short break and be right back as we jump into the next segment of the show. So please stay locked, stay tuned. We're here to keep you company on this lovely rainy day. So don't go anywhere, guys.
Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere. Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere.
How do I prepare a disaster plan? Step 1. Learn as much as you can. The first step is research. Do not wait until a disaster is coming to find important information. This step is incredibly important for your plan. Here are some things you should find out. What hazards are you exposed to? Do you live near the ocean or any rivers? Are you near to a volcano? The type of hazard you're exposed to will determine the way you prepare yourself. Find out about disaster plans at your child's school and at your workplace. Are there persons with disabilities in your family? Do you know how to help them? What about your pets? Do you have a plan for them? For more information, visit nema.kn or log on to nemaskn.com. on Facebook.
Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere. Everybody beware.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country. Volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen, you have the right, you have a reason to save this land from destruction. You have an obligation to become involved in anything which affects this nation.
The Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, is working hard each and every day to keep St. Kitts clean. Our primary mandate is to collect household waste while maintaining the engineer's sanitary landfill in Connery. While it is the responsibility of businesses to see to it that their garbage is properly collected and disposed of at the landfill, the SWMC offers a commercial waste disposal service with our NOSI program. We also offer a bin rental service where persons can rent large bins to do community cleanups or other waste disposal activities. Additionally, our headquarters in Taylor's Range include state-of-the-art conference rooms for rental. So when you're hosting another event, consider using the SWMC conference facilities. We want to continue serving you by keeping our environment clean. Because at the SWMC, waste matters. For more information, call our office at 465-9507.
Hey guys, welcome back to Win Media SKN, and we are jumping into the next segment, one of my favorite segments of the week, I must say. We have our friends from the Solid Waste Management Corporation in studio with us today for Traffic Talk. I'm sorry for talking trash, my bad. Blame it on the rain.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we will.
And of course, we have Nama in the studio with us. Good morning, Nama. How are you doing?
Good morning, Azam. I'm doing... I'm good.
I know you're doing good. I know there's probably places you wish you were, other than here, even though you don't mind being here.
Yes, it's no hidden secret. I like my bed. And especially a day like today, I deserve to bond with my...
I get you.
But hey, the work must be done. So here we are. And plus, I'm in good company. So.
Oh, indeed.
To all the listeners out there. Yeah. As but where's Jade?
Jade busy enjoying life in St. Martin. She gets stranded over there and she just living her best life.
But okay then.
Yeah, that's what I know.
Jade,
I made fit to say.
Back. You can't be living your best life and we got to go to work.
Me understand,
How is it when I was living my best life, she said I must take her, but she never took me?
You understand? Okay. That's how they be. That's how they be. But we love them still.
Yes, indeed, we do.
And of course, in studio with us today as well is no stranger to the show, I can tell you that. Nigel, how are you doing, sir?
I am dry.
Considering the circumstances, congratulations.
Thank
Yes.
you. I do appreciate it.
But Nama, what do you have on your lovely agenda this morning?
Well, today I have some great news, and I mean, Niger has some great stuff for us. So I think today, all in all, is going to be actually a fantastic day for the listeners, the viewers, and the staff at the corporation. So, I mean, I'm going to leave the best news for last, and I'll let Nigel, kick it off with some prize giving. Me ain't me give yet.
Some praise given. So there's exciting things happening this morning, and
Super exciting things.
well,
Yes, but just want to say I have not received anything yet. He promised me, but as they say, a promise is a comfort to a fool.
no, I waiting to. I'm
waiting.
Can I say something?
Nigel.
I'm trying to figure out if I should speak.
Actions. We only listen to actions.
Okay, all right. So action number one. Today we are happy to be here from Tapwater Caribbean at tapwatercaribbean.com or Tapwater Caribbean Facebook and Instagram. And today we are talking about our Shower Pro, and we'll also be doing some giveaways. So do you take calls on this show, right? Correct?
Generally no, but we can. If you're doing some giveaways, we can.
Yes, we are doing some giveaways. We have two items to give away today.
If you have two,
Yeah.
might
We
I make
could
a
do one
suggestion?
online
Yeah, we could do one online and maybe
Yeah.
one for the callers.
That sounds fine.
Nice.
because we have some very,
you're the
very
host.
dedicated online.
listeners.
Yes,
Yes,
not
yes,
just
yes.
tea sippers, but trash talkers. So
So for last week we spoke about there has been a few individuals who approached us and said that the water sometimes is hard and it has lime grease in it. So we came up with a product which is your shower pro. I hope you can see it. Am I good? Okay. So it works pretty simple. Your pipe goes onto here and the shower head goes onto here, and this filters the water up to 80 contaminants, and the filtration is the same 5-stage coconut carbon filter, and it allows you to be able to have much cleaner water for cosmetics and
Oh, so even if this is used in your bathroom,
yes,
in the
correct,
shower.
in the shower.
Oh wow,
Yep.
nice.
Yep. So you kind of say we're trying to think of every angle when it comes to filtration of water.
yes,
Yeah.
So this unit goes for about 175 EC, almost the same as the Picture Pro, and the replacement filters minimum. It's harder to measure liters when you're showering. So
Right.
we've averaged it data wise maybe between 3 to 4 months again, give or take.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
Depending on how much showers you take and how long you shower.
That's right.
True.
Exactly. Yes. Correct.
Man, like me that they might last 2 weeks back.
Like to stay clean.
Yeah,
Or
but
you
sometimes
just end up singing in the
you
shower.
just lose time.
You just
You just lose time in the shower.
In
Yeah.
the shower. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
It's just the water running,
Indeed.
It's the only space for some people where there is just a little peace.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
You
That
know,
is so
so-
true. That's true.
It's actually in my life the most vulnerable I am ever at any time.
I
Is it
think
your-
that's for most people.
In your shower.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
most vulnerable position I
is.
am. I feel the least manly in my show.
I will not
Okay.
comment. So
So again, we want to remind our viewers and listeners that we have a pre-order promotion for our Bottle Pro. This unit we showcased it last week, and it comes with the two filters as indicated, and filters are to be replaced every 2 months. And we are saying if you order today, we log your order, you get 10% upon purchase, and the pre-order promotion ends on Friday.
So you get 10% off.
Yes.
See you at the park. It could be 10% additional. You never know.
For those of you looking online,
10% off.
for those of you looking online, the
See you
up so you
at the
guys
park.
see exactly what.
See you at the park.
So Nigel, in terms of the shower, right? Who is this good for? Because I can see like persons with sensitive skin or maybe easily irritated by certain things could really, really benefit from this. And I find that recently, over the past few years, most of us are becoming very sensitive. Maybe because of how we eat or what we do, or maybe there's just changes in the water as time goes. So, are there any other benefits besides that?
Well, I think outside of the skin sensitivity, you also have periods where, like now, it rains a lot. They turn the water off, and when they turn the water back on, it comes a little bit more contaminants than might not have been in there before. Or sometimes maybe the chlorination process has not fully taken effect, and you find yourself getting an allergic reaction to a component. Because sometimes it might not be the water itself per se, but it's what's in it that's actually causing the allergic reaction. So we are saying avoid that altogether and just filter the water. Now, it's not for everyone, and that's one of the reasons why we don't showcase this product as much, because it's kind of like an intimate purchase. Persons who have sensitive skin, they'll reach out and say, yeah, I need this, and then we'll get it, and we have it in stock, of course, but more specifically along those lines. So that's easier.
Okay, that's actually great. Now, I was reading recently, a couple of weeks ago, that even if when you're showering, you're supposed to stay at least 8 minutes minimum,
Correct.
so that water, the skin, our largest organ, can have that time to absorb.
Yes, correct.
So that most times we think we just have dry skin and so forth, but really and truly we're just not hydrated enough. But one of the other things is that, all of this can come in super handy, because I also read that Japanese people, they actually are healthy and so forth due to the fact that they take baths more frequently than a lot of other people. And when I say bath, it's like actually soak into the water. Which we don't really do as much as a people anymore. And it's due to our history, etc., that has affected us. So it matters the type of water that you soak into.
That's true.
And so if it is, you can get that water with the least amount of contaminants to be able to soak into or shower in, then I think that would be best. We can try a little experiment and see if you feel reinvigorated, if you feel different and so forth, based on the water that you shower with. So. And
there are theories about lakes and rivers and streams that actually add youthfulness to your life,
Oh,
so
dear.
to speak.
Name, place. Let me take a trip.
So there are talks about that. But additionally to what we are giving away today, we didn't showcase these products earlier, but this
so
is
you've been hiding things from us?
No, not hiding. We're just waiting for the right moment.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So this is our. Let me just make sure. So this is the Eco Pro Compact. The same works the same way. It's just that the filter goes on to the unit like this. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Yeah.
Okay, he got it. He's getting it to work.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so it goes on, same process like the Ultra. You get your faucet and then you flip to get your filtration. Okay, and then of course the filter removes from the bottom, and this gives you the same amount as the Prepared Pro, 3 to 4 months, and then you have to replace the filter again.
So that is for what exactly?
So this is for persons who might feel that this is a little bit too bulky. In terms of when it goes onto your faucet, because technically you really have to maneuver your pipe, so this is a compact version of it.
Okay.
It's just that the replacement is not as long in terms of the filtration. So this is 6 months, this is 3 months. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So you pay for the fact that it's not as bulky.
Yeah, because
so you they have to do some sort of compromise somewhere.
Of course, some convenience wise, and then of course. This was our first original design, and this is our Eco Pro itself, and this is the same concept, but this one comes with a year's supply of filters.
But it has little silver to it, like it's not shiny.
The cosmetics is not that much important, is it?
Exactly.
So real.
Bro, I ain't getting that.
Okay, all right, no problem. This comes with when as part of the giveaway, because we're giving away that product and this one, and it comes with a year's supply of filtration.
Okay, awesome, and that also just connects to your tap.
Same thing. Yeah.
Connects to your tap. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I see on top? Because
so it has a washer in it, and then on top, yeah.
So I could just put some little bling on this, and I should be fine. You know? Yeah, listen.
You're gonna bedazzle. You're gonna
Yes.
bedazzle your
Is it
filter.
okay to be that?
You can that's all you want.
And you know, some persons might say, "Hey, it's clashing with my aesthetics and stuff like that. So can I spray paint it gold instead?"
You can, as long as you don't mess with the filter.
Okay.
So I don't want you to come back and say your water is coming out a different color.
So I may or may not be going to buy a spray can. I already have gold, but maybe I might need another color or something. But yeah.
Okay.
So we have the shower. We have these two filters. Well, three.
Correct.
The compact. So this one gives you an entire year.
Yeah. So
this one gives you.
when you purchase it, it comes with a year supply. Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This one gives you 6 months.
Correct.
And then the compact one gives you 3 months.
3 to 4 months. Yes.
3 to
correct.
4 months.
And then the Picture Pro, same 3 to 4 months, and the Shower Pro.
That they don't want me to put any wine in, but it's okay.
Listen, you would have to tell me how filtered wine tastes.
I'm curious.
I might just
You could wait and see.
that.
I would love to know.
Yes.
And then we have the bottles. Our bottles,
Bottle Pro.
as in
Yes.
for when you go on the hike and I stay.
Right.
Lovely. So we have the teal bottle
correct.
and the black one.
And the black one.
So we can pre-order that and you get 10% off.
That's correct.
So, okay, so what are the questions? Because, I mean, come on, the people want to win their prizes, and I have great news to share.
Okay, all right. So the first question is, how long does the filtration last on the Eco Pro? Well, any of the Eco Pro products, whether the Eco Pro Compact or the Eco Pro itself.
And is this the question for
So we're
online
doing,
or?
this is a question for online. How long does the filter last? How long does the filter last?
You want to show them the Eco Pro?
So the Eco Pro is this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it comes with 3 filters.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, and this is the compact. So we are talking about this one. This is the prize that you wanna try to win. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, we could actually run both questions at the same time.
Okay.
True,
So you could also ask the question that you would want the callers to try and answer to win themselves a lovely prize.
Okay. And how many contaminants does this remove?
This the callers will need to for you to tell them what it is.
Okay. So this is
Yeah.
the compact, the Eco Pro Compact. Okay.
So the Eco Pro Compact, how many contaminants does it remove?
Now, hint, it removes the same amount of contaminants as this one.
Okay.
As
awesome.
a wine jar.
Tapwatercaribbean.com.
All right. So we have a viewer online who
Uh-huh.
made an attempt. Regine Jenkins says that one is 6 months.
So
Reggie?
which one is he?
The one that you're giving away, the one with the
This one.
yes, her guess is 6 months. We have someone also calling in. Good morning, caller. You're live on Talking Trash.
Yeah, I called to say 6 months.
All right. So
And,
the one for the callers, we asking that you name the name of the not name them out, but say the number of contaminants.
That's right.
That the
8 contaminants. He said 8.
80.
Uh-huh.
How much you said? How much you said?
8.
8.
Like
Yeah.
8, just the number 8?
Number 8 after 7 is 8.
I think you might have to try again.
Sorry about that, love, but it's not 8.
All right, thanks. Yeah, feel free to call in and make your attempt. There's still some person. Okay, someone is saying 3 to 4 months on the
Online?
yeah online as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Because you do the math, 3 filters, 3 to 4 months, that gives you.
Oh, 1 year.
But no, Nigel, what kind of examiner is Nigel?
What I said, it comes with a year supply of filtration.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
He did say 3 to 4
and I
months.
did say 3 to 4 months.
He did say 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, this gives me a year. This is what you do.
No.
But we actually have someone trying to call in with the answer. Good morning,
correct.
caller.
This one.
You're live on Talking Trash.
Right, mine. They got one in 6 months.
All right, so you're calling on the phone line. We're asking that you say the number of contaminants that the
6 months.
No contaminants. How many contaminants? Not in terms of how long it lasts, but how many contaminants does it?
Yeah. A year.
No, not.
So the contaminants we're referring to. Oh, she's gone. Okay. So the contaminants we're referring to is what it removes from the actual tap water during the filtration process. Okay. So a person understands. So this is not the length of time the filter lasts, but this is what is removed through the filtration process.
Right. All right. So congratulations to Regine Jenkins. She was the first person to say.
Congratulations, Reggie.
Yeah.
You don't have no clappy nothing, as them.
You have hands.
Reggie, I will clap for you. Okay, I will clap for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, so Regine, we'll be in touch about getting you your prize.
Yes.
Congratulations once again.
Nigel just tried to break your prize, but I saved it. I saved it.
That's the price he's getting.
Okay, we have another caller.
Yes, good morning,
Awesome.
caller. You're live on Talking Trash.
Hey, good morning. 3 months.
Okay, so the answer is not times. It's not time in terms of 3 months, 6 months, a year. It is the number of contaminants. So the contaminants, those bacteria, etc., that it will prevent. So how many of those?
All right, caller, feel free to call back with another try. Well, see, persons online making their
Oh, persons online.
persons online trying their best at the contaminant count. But yeah, we're gonna leave that one for the callers to try and get spread the love around.
You see, Nigel came with very, very limited gifts. I still didn't get mine.
I think Nigel just wants to make a special presentation to us, and he doesn't want to make the viewers and the listeners jealous. I think that's what's happening. So we probably get presented hours after.
I'm not falling for that trick. I think Halloween has passed. Trick or treat.
A question for you. When we were on this show last week, did Nigel say that he's a specific timeline when the gifts or complimentaries will be given?
You didn't say a timeline.
Okay, all right,
You didn't say a timeline.
Fair enough. I'm being brutalized because I haven't fulfilled a promise, which is
Nigel, I will go back. Remember, this is recorded.
But let's see what this caller has to say. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, caller.
Morning, caller.
I say 18.
As in 1-8?
Yeah.
Nigel?
No.
Still a
No,
bit
it
off,
is
caller.
not.
Still a bit off.
Nigel faxing it, you know.
No, man.
Nigel, I want to give the thing.
No, man, because people online getting it. So the caller's supposed to get it.
Anyway, I hope you must say, are you close? You must say hot, are you cold? Getting near.
You're hot in terms of the figure, but you're cold in terms of how far you are from the figure. That's what I mean.
All right then.
There's a figure you've been consistent with. If you just switch it around a little bit and do a little minus thing, you should be fine. I'm not sure if that helped or just confused them more.
I don't even know what. Wow. But yeah, guys, feel free to call back in and make your guess. We have someone else actually trying to do that right now.
Hello, caller.
Hang on, 80.
Nigel?
And she's
Ding,
a
ding,
winner.
ding,
Yes,
ding,
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 ding, ding, ding, ding. Yes, 80
Yes,
contaminants.
it is.
Give it to Azim, please.
Oh, give it to Azim.
Okay, so you're going to check me for it then? Oh. Okay. Give it to Azim. All right, there we go.
So that means Azim not getting a gift again.
No, she didn't say give it to me as it is mine.
She didn't say give it to me to give it to her. She just said
Watch.
give it to you.
You don't try undermine me gift, you know.
So you know the caller that you get that information offline.
yes.
I suspect they'll get the information to me.
Okay. I see. So thank you everyone for participating, and remember to visit our website www.tapwatercaribbean.com 7636000, and we are looking to do some more foremost for the holidays, for the VAT days, etc., and so forth and so forth. We found that this product is good for friends and family, and also the idea of saving money and also eliminating single-use plastic.
Lovely. So now that those prizes have been shared out, I have some good news.
Talk to us.
For the workers of the corporation. I know we have had a topic that has been out there that sort of has been somewhat contentious to a certain degree for some people. And now you have to be mindful when using the word honorarium.
Tell me about it.
Yes. So today, I was advised by our interim general manager, Ms. Judith Isles, that the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Prime Minister of this all great nation, and of course, the Senator, Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, the Minister with responsibility for solid waste, have basically handed over the funds for the employees of the corporation who would have worked during COVID to be given the honorarium. And so by this Friday, everyone who ought to be getting their honorarium would have been given their check. And I believe the checks have started being given out today and will continue until Friday. So I am certain that the workers are very happy with that. I do recall when COVID hit, this was 2020, and it was a scary time. So many unknown factors, etc. But one thing was certain was that the loaders had to go out to work.
Mm-hmm.
And
trash doesn't stop accumulating.
No, it does not. And especially given that it was a time when sanitation, cleanliness was of vital importance, that service could not be suspended. And so, despite everything, they overcame their fears, they suppressed their anxieties, and people were anxious, very anxious. And so, they did what had to be done. And I must commend the Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, and of course, the Minister with responsibility for solid waste, the Senator, Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, for recognizing that our workers played a vital role, and as such, they too, I'm not sure if deserve is the right word, but they too, getting the honorarium, that they saw that it was due unto them. And so I do believe that the workers are appreciative of that, recognizing the contribution and the part they played in ensuring the country's safety. For me, I did not have to, yes, I was scared out of my wits, but I did not have to go out there and put myself...
Didn't have the same level of exposure.
Yes,
right.
certainly not nearly as they were. And it was challenging because, food places weren't open, transportation. So you had other staff members who, in terms of the collection staff in general, worked together. They really, really did work together. You had people like Valentine Heiliger and persons like Tyasha Henry who would go and get the collectors, actually drive to get them so that they can bring them to work, because
Not transportation was,
exactly, and also to help in lowering the risk of infection, etc., them catching COVID. So you had individuals who really, really worked and put themselves at risk, just like the nurses and the forces, etc., who ensured that the peace was kept, or persons who were sick was seen to, etc. We also did play a role, and I must commend each and every one, but I would also commend those who recognize that that role was vital. So I believe that's good news for the persons who will be definitely receiving their honorarium. Please do not rush to headquarters. You can contact headquarters, I believe, to find out when your check will be ready. And also, you can also contact persons at the landfill to see when your checks will be ready. So with that, I think it sounds a bit somber, but it's actually really, really good news for our staff members. And so we had prizes for the listeners and the viewers, and the good news for our workers.
Indeed. Today's just good news.
Yes.
Everybody
today,
but me and you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Listen, I think in life, sometimes bad news, like sort of predates good news. Because I had some really, really bad news yesterday.
Oh wow.
There was a plane crash in East Africa, in Tanzania, and some of the persons would have lost their lives, etc. Persons that I would have known by proxy, etc. That kind. So it's something that hit hard. And yesterday was a low day. The rain didn't help.
Right.
So it was a low day. However, when I was called in to be told of this news, it felt like a relief. Like, hey, there's always balance for some reason. I mean, there are other good news that I got after that, but there's always balance in the world. And sometimes we don't see when we're going through something, we don't see the reward it might reap, or we don't see what good might come out of it. But in the end, I do genuinely believe that there's always good that comes out of a situation. We all came together and we banded and we worked as a nation to make sure that everyone was safe. We had the armed forces, and I mean, you had persons behaving very ignorantly at times. You had the nurses and doctors. I mean, everyone was tense. Everybody was anxious. But persons not expecting a reward, because at the time, no one knew about the honorarium. Right? You weren't expecting the reward. But now, for those who were out there putting their lives at risk and doing what needs to be done, this small reward is something, you never know what that can do to help someone at this time, because you never know what's going on in somebody's life. So I do hope that this honorarium is a blessing to those who would receive it and those who surround those who will receive it. And once again, I would really, really like to thank those in charge for ensuring that the workers at Solid Waste Management Corporation St. Kitts receive it. And I believe that's it for me for today.
All right. Well, guys, it's been lovely hanging out with you as usual.
Yes.
And big up to all the workers there at Solid Waste.
Yes, and the little wardens.
And the little
the
wardens.
sweepers.
Yeah. Whole big crew. Whole big crew, trust me. But I mean, sometimes, like you said, Nama, we don't always, we're not always mindful of all that it takes to achieve some of the things that we take for granted, right?
Yes.
And we just know we go. We put out trash bin once a week or twice a week, however often and whatever day, and that's the end of that.
Yeah.
Now recognizing that there's a whole big operation that takes place just to facilitate removing the trash from that bin and putting it back.
Exactly. I think most of us, once we put our waste outside, we sort of forget of what happens. So it's not that we don't care, it's just we take it for granted that it will be removed, and we don't realize that simple things as, hey, just wash out your cans before you put them in the bin so that there are less worms for the loaders to deal with. Simple things as, hey, your sharps, don't just dispose of your sharps, your needles, etc., just willy-nilly. Put them in something so that our loaders will not be
cut or pricked.
Because that has happened, and we've had instances where our loaders have gotten injuries or wounds that take a while to heal, and not knowing exactly what would have cut them, and a simple scrape. I mean, sometimes in terms of skin rashes, because some of the liquid perhaps got onto them and so forth. I mean, it's your trash, it's your waste, but it's a human being that has to deal with it.
Right.
And although we have, quote unquote, upgraded to some degree in terms of getting the bins and having them tilted into the truck, it's still there, and not everyone has those bins.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, just think of the individual. It's your neighbor. It's your cousin. It's your brother. It's your sister. It's your auntie. Because we do have female loaders. And they too deserve for you to take the precautionary measures to think about their safety.
Right.
We all deserve that.
Yeah,
so
don't just dash it and forget it.
No. Don't dash and forget. Think about it, secure it properly so that you can help. Because I don't recall who it was, and I'm going to look for it, but the individual spoke about we have a responsibility to leave things in a better place and in a better way than we made for the future.
Yeah.
Because if I put this razor blade down now, 5 minutes from now, somebody's going to pick it up and it's going to cut themselves. I'm going to think, hey, I shouldn't do that. But for some reason, if I put that razor blade down and I'm going to think, hey, 20 years from now, somebody's going to cut themselves, I'm not really going to be as worried about it or conscious about it. And I think we need to, for us to save the earth, our home, I think we need to start to think of the consequences in a much longer term and take responsibility for it. It's not just about 5 minutes from now it harming someone, but also 20 years from now when it's harming your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, 50 years from now, 60 years from now. It does matter. So that guilty conscience you feel 5 minutes from now, it should be the same as you would feel if that were to affect someone 20, 40, 50, 100, 150 years from now. Yeah.
And that's on that note, I wanna also add value to what you were saying in regards to recognizing my team who does a great job. We have Josette George and we have Kevisia Gums. Of course, the executive is Chris and Paulo who owns the company, and then we have Shane and we have Steve. These are guys who does the logistics. They set up all the hydration stations. They come out early hours, and also our accountant who is Nicole. So I realize more than ever, like you were saying, every single one of us that are part of the company, we have the vision of the company, which is to help remove single-use plastic. And the owner's vision of starting the company was just what you just said. They saw St. Kitts fast forward in 10 years from now, having seen the level of pollution on the beaches, and decide, hey, we want to make an impact. And we want to start somewhere. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So thank you again, Azim, for allowing us to come on the show.
And going over our time.
Yeah, and over our time.
For sure, man, for sure.
And so I could tell her, just, feel free to give us a call if you have any questions to visit our website. We are about not just the money that we make, but we are about giving back and also contributing. So if anyone interested in hydration stations, refill stations, you give us a call, 763-6000. We'll work it out. We'll set it up and try to help remove single-use plastic.
Awesome. And I do believe I might shift our topic for next week and speak a little bit more on what we just spoke right now, and perhaps see if we can, in future, make arrangements for tours at the landfill. I think that might help.
Yeah.
For persons to be able to, because we've done tours. Actually, Dr. Clark did arrange a tour for her students in the past, and we've had places like the MAB, etc. Different groups coming to the landfill and getting tours, and it has impacted each and every one in a positive way.
Right.
Kind of seeing it. So, and with that, I bid everyone adieu. Don't forget to tune in right here on 98.9 Win FM and on Win Media SKN on YouTube and on Facebook to see us every Tuesday morning at 8:30. And, of course, today we went a little over time, but I'm sure Azim will forgive us. And join us next week.
Forgiven.
Join us next week, and don't forget, waste matters. Take care.
If you say you love your little dear country, try to do something positively. Be a watchdog for the environment. Don't leave everything to the government. We dump our garbage anywhere, lit on the streets everywhere. Our behavior is telling me that we really don't care. Take some pride in your country, volunteer to clean where it's dirty. Tourism development needs a healthy environment. Whenever we litter, we threaten our survival. So those who engage in it should be treated like criminals. So don't be afraid at all if they call you an informer. Report those who endanger our future. So if you really love this blessed land, this situation demands attention. Think about the future generation. Do what we can to preserve this island. The laws for littering we must enforce. We have to let justice take its course. If you are a proud citizen, you have the right, you have a reason to save this land from destruction. You have an obligation to become involved in anything which affects this nation.
Fresh Look Paint and Tile Sale. Give your home a fresh look with a fresh coat of paint and a fresh set of tiles. From Holtzwood's Building and Evil Center's 25% off Fresh Look Paint and Tile Sales event. Yes, come to Holtzwood's Building and Evil Centers today and get fresh savings of 25% off all paints and tiles store-wide. Come and give your home a fresh new look with fresh savings and fresh new colors. Fresh new piles of tiles in all styles with a fresh 25% off store-wide on all paints and tiles at Holtzwood's Building and Evil Center. Give your home a fresh start with a fresh new look with fresh new colors, fresh new piles of tiles in all styles, and fresh quality paint at Horswood's Building and Evil Center. Fresh Look 25% off paints and tiles sales event. See store for details.
Hey guys, welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. I'm hoping everyone is having a great day today, and if it's not great, hopefully it's good, and if it's not good, well, let's work on it now. You're doing the right thing by listening to Island Tea. But yeah guys, it's tea time. And there's been some interesting developments throughout the region. Bye. Let me see if I can get this for you guys, because as I'm about to read this, I'm getting some updates on this particular topic, which is, wow, very interesting. But I was actually supposed to discuss this yesterday, because on Saturday night, the Prime Minister of Dominica announced the date for a snap general election. And the article reads that Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit Sunday night announced December 6th as the date for snap general elections in Dominica, 3 years after he led the ruling Dominica Labour Party to a convincing 18-3 victory in the general elections of 2019. It's more like 2 years. Is it 2 years? Okay. In a radio television broadcast, Skerrit said nomination day will be November 18th. The Dominica Labour Party is expected to face a challenge from the main opposition, the United Workers' Party, UWP, which held 3 seats in the last parliament and whose leader, Lennox Linton, resigned from the position of party leader last month. Okay. We need a refreshed Dominica Labour Party team for these very unpredictable, unprecedented, and very challenging times. Following the changes we made in 2019, there shall, next time around, be other changes to ensure the continued renewal of our Labour Party frontline and maintain our continued relevance and the achievement of the visionary goals that we have set ourselves and our country. The Dominica Labour Party must continue to be the beacon of hope. It must be the option for those who wish to see our country progress. The challenges that we face are now, they are already upon us. We cannot take chances with the future of this country, Skerrit said, adding that we have set ourselves on a progressive path of development and growth that will see prosperity for our people and our country. Well. Those I was listening to some friends of mine make their comments about this particular development. It does seem as though some persons suspected this might happen. I had one friend who, when I reached out to him about the fact that Burna Boy was coming for Creole Fest, he said, yeah man, I mean election coming just now. When I reached back out to him afterwards, he said, but I didn't think it was so quick he coming no by. He said that was next year, but hey, Prime Minister has his the power vested in him by the Constitution, and he exercised that. Of course, this is going to always bring about discussions of where that power is vested. Should there be electoral reform? Perhaps fix election dates and barring, of course, certain circumstances and what those circumstances may be. And this is no different. As a matter of fact, while I'm here speaking to you guys, I'm getting updates that are suggesting that the opposition has taken the decision to not contest the election until there's electoral reform. I know that had been a big conversation even after the last election, where electoral reform was promised by Mr. Skerrit. It seems as though they had begun the process, and the first phase would have been a report to include voter ID cards, and so that should have been taken to Parliament for decision. But yeah, we could leave it that day in the next thing. Parliament done dissolve. Next time for that day. Next time for that. But that is the report coming, that it seems as though at least there's the belief that there's going to be some protest on the horizon, as the UWP it doesn't seem to be in favor of the decision that was taken. At least having that decision taken to have general elections before there's proper electoral reform. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Of course, we at the end of the day we wish the best for the people of Dominica, and hopefully whatever happens, people are safe. And that, yes, of course, there's no violence or anything of the sort to come and mar the election process. So we just have to wait and see. I suspect that we're going to be having several reports coming out of Dominica over the next couple of days, over the next couple of weeks. And so, bye. Me just see a cool and lovely little St. Christopher. Yeah, I tried talking to some friends of mine from Dominica up to last night, and yeah, it was all over the place. I don't know if I don't know if I was in the right mind frame to take on some of what was going on. So I was kind of say, yeah, man, we ain't got to link up here. I didn't think this call was going to go so long, but we ain't got to link up another time. But we have somebody trying to get in on the phone lines. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Good morning, my boy.
Good morning.
Well, listen up here. Those are rather interesting developments out of Dominica. Because here's the thing, Leonard Clinton resigned last month as the leader of the main opposition party. And his complaint was that there was treachery in his party. Right? And they don't have what we would say an official leader. They might have an intern leader at the moment because they were supposed to have
caucus
and election on the 28th of this month for a new leader. And Roosevelt Skerritt, in his judgment, walk out. If I let them settle down and have the caucus and choose a new leader, we may have, lots of march and protest, and they may be calling for voters' ID, calling for constitutional reform, election date, and things. So Roosevelt Skerritt walk out. Well, I have the power and the right in my hand. Let me catch them now with their pants down, and while they are very weak and while they are fighting amongst themselves.
But the pants ain't long, they just step out the shower.
And he asked the president to dissolve the parliament and set nomination date for the 18th and election date for the 6th of December. Where he feels in his mind that the Labour Party is very strong, and while he have that strong support, he walk out. Well, let me catch them at the weekend state, but you also have to remind Roosevelt Skerritt, when an animal is wounded, that's when he's most dangerous at times.
It was an interesting backdrop. Like even listening to the to his speech, the first part of the speech was a concession in by we've been having trouble achieving some of the things that we wanted to achieve. So it was kind of interesting to see that lead into, by the way, election in a month. But it was very interesting. It was a very interesting speech. I listened it twice. I was like, wait. But
and what you have to look at too, if those comments coming out of Dominica saying the opposition will not be taking part in the election, we would love to hear that officially on these news broadcasts, because that will make this here more interesting too.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing develops.
Yeah, because then if you only have the ruling party going into the election, well, that is not an election. Because who they are going to contest against?
You could bring up one or two people, nominate them on the 18th, yeah?
No, because if nomination day and the main opposition and maybe independent candidate and whoever else they have in Dominica don't nominate nobody, you can't call it an official election, because at the end of nomination day on that date, the 18th, and you only have the governing party nominating old and new candidates, then I don't think I don't know what's the constitution in Dominica, but I feel that they should not let an election proceed with just one party, which is the ruling party, go on December 6th to election to run against.
I know most of the constitutions don't even make mention of party, yeah? Like party isn't a part of the so that I don't suspect that is going to be.
I would love to hear it officially, maybe before the week out, from the opposition there, that we officially announcing And I would love to hear them have a press conference with it.
I suspect
That they
but
officially announcing that they are not taking part in the election. Then that will be a very interesting turn of development.
yeah, definitely. But I suspect either way they will have to address it. If it's rumors, they'll have to address it, and if that is the position they're gonna take, there'll be some official communication, whether through a press conference or some other type of official notice being put out. So we look forward to hearing their position.
Yeah. I got me boy.
All right,
Just
man.
those comments I wanted to make.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you so much. But guys, earlier this morning I did tell you guys that we're gonna be joined by some friends throughout the show, and yeah, we're getting ready to jump into that particular segment. So we're gonna take a short break where we set that up, and be right back with more Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. Watch it until I don't gonna know.
Shirley is celebrating 70 years. Can you believe it? Everyone loves a Shirley biscuit, known for its rich, creamy taste, as well as the iconic house and flower design. We all know Shirley is the perfect on-the-go snack, and it's truly the Caribbean's favorite. Simply put, there's nothing quite like a Shirley biscuit. I can't imagine life without it. I too love my Shirley.
It's the Caribbean flavor. Shirley biscuits make me happy.
When the star them there, we a top man, we take charge. Have no drink and we a shell down ours. Blast like a star with some a gallopers. Overdo it, we take it too far. Take charge, take charge.
We a hot gal, we set the trend. Magnum we drink for the top man then. Wine with the style, no stop from spin. Hot blend, back bend, and take charge, take charge.
Magnum tonic wine for the real star them. Take charge, take charge. Must be 18 or older, drink responsibly.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. It's still Tuesday, And I wonder if it's still raining outside. They ain't here. Who knows? Might go outside and the place wash away. A couple of gigs ain't stop rain, but guys, at least for right now, I'm in good company. I have in studio with me very special friend of mine, someone I respect highly, and of course a friend of the show. She's been here before, none other than Queen Independent, Miss Carissa Willett. Good morning, love. How you doing?
Good morning, and good morning to everybody listening on Win FM.
Well, when you come here, sometimes you come for one thing, sometimes you come for another thing. You don't come here for all kind of things. But I anticipate that the reason you're here has to do with the upcoming carnival season.
Correct. Sugar Mass 51, or we like to call Sugar Mass 50 Part 2.
Sugar Mass 50 Part 2, that's what they're saying?
Yeah.
Well, I know for a fact that when it comes down to Sugar Mass time, people look forward to different things. People look forward to, parades. People look forward to food. People look forward to the fetes. And people also look forward to Queen Independent and she music, eh? So I know there are people who are really excited the fact that you're back again with another release. And I for sure am really looking forward to hearing this song performed, to seeing the reaction of people, and just to really hear what it is you managed to come up with this time around.
Well, this year, this song that I wrote this year was a bit different. Probably one of my hardest songs to date. Yeah. I rewrote this song a couple of times. I was very close to putting it down. I wanted to reflect on the 2022 elections, the promises, exactly what is happening now, seeing that the Attorney General, the Prime Minister, they came out, they made some serious statements. Are these people going to be held accountable? Is it just going to be the same thing when you just roil up the nation and then it just goes, you just sweep it under the rug? What exactly is going to happen? I add in a little jab from the COVID, the talking about the vaccination in a very different way. And
so it does seem like what was happening is you were having a lot of thoughts surrounding what was happening politically and just what people were dealing with, and you decided to kind of put that in a song for this
correct.
For this year.
Correct. The name of the song is The Cure.
The Cure.
The Cure.
But you tell me now, I mean, you said this song was difficult and hard to write. What in what way you were having issues? And of course you already mentioned it, but you are the writer of the song.
Correct.
Right. But what made it difficult?
The first verse came to me head on. The thought came to me, I wrote it out, and then I couldn't find a chorus to match it. And then when I finally came up with a chorus, the second verse, every time I write the second verse, it just was not adding. It was taken away from the song. You came off of a strong first verse, and then the second verse was like, bah. And then I actually had to go and talk to a couple of people about, what is missing. And I got some guidance as to what could be the problem. And I went back again and I wrote, and I was like, At this point in time, I was ready to put down the song.
And the thing is that process of writing, rewriting, trying to be honest with yourself about where the song is, and also being open to feedback from ears that you trust about it. I could imagine that process could be frustrating when it's not one of those cases where you just kind of come,
Well, it is frustrating sometimes, but of course, my big brother Gaffy Alexander, who is definitely my biggest critic, sometimes talking to him, it just make you just feel like, just just rest down this. Just rest down this. But then he was like, you know, in the end, you always make magic, but you can't afford to just write something because you feel like it sounds good. You have to make sure that everything in the song is on point. You have to make sure that the message that you're trying to bring across is there. He said, yes, you might write something and it might sound okay, but you can't just settle for that because he keep on saying, I know you could do better, I know you could do better, I know you could do better. So he's one of them who forced me to continuously push myself until I have a product that I'm completely satisfied with.
Right.
He said the moment you question your song, somebody else questioning it too.
Right.
So make sure that the song is at its best before you release it.
And before we even continue, because we're talking about, making sure that the product is something that you're proud of. This is a song you intend to compete with in the upcoming Calypso Monarch competition.
Correct.
So even that in itself is something that I'm sure you're mindful of.
Yes.
The fact that you're gonna be competing with the song, so you want it to be something that is of standard. Cause we don't know people. You don't punch up there. You don't punch up there. So we're looking for things that are even worthy of the expectation now. You know.
Yeah, and I have to give thanks to Corey Massablo Tyson, who produced the song, who did the music and everything. I mean, Corey has completely outdone himself. This is a song that I love. The musical arrangement is just brilliant. And I have to tell him thank you for, of course, his hard work and putting up with me a little bit to get the music to where I want it, to the standard of what I want it to sound like. So I have to, of course, with a hard-working team from the management come straight down, I just have to give a lot of thanks, a lot of shout-outs to, I actually got a new sponsor this year. Okay. So everything right now is just moving very smoothly, and all of them are so very proud of the material that I put up this year.
Well, I could imagine that persons listening have heard enough and probably want to hear the song. If you're ready for the people to get a taste.
Play the song.
Play the song. Well, give us an introduction.
You want me to give you an introduction?
Yeah.
I saw lying flat on a table. See, the physician gave up. He say she not able. I said, I beg and plead. Please, doctor, fix it. The nurse said, find a new doctor or she won't make it.
Hey guys, listen up. Queen Independent, The Cure.
Cause Dr. the Bastia High School needs building. And Joshua Obadiah. And with this change, can we really move on? Cause Dr. the prescription cannot say to hold on. So with the fresh white coat, the boss walk in, says I'm the new doctor on scene. Saying his scream that I can see. The virus killing me internally. They rape me treasury and do herpes trial on me. They went with me tractor, corruption and misuse of power. They put me damn life in danger. Both they better together. The new virologist, DAG, said he ain't free nobody. He's eliminating the viruses in this country. Send them HMP, doctor, give her the vaccination to pump a cure into one nation. Doctor, don't you get comfortable. So with a clear mandate, the country now needs you. So with a foot jump to the door, 'cause 5 years not guaranteed for sure. Doctor, do you have the cure? Start, doctor, we need you quick. I say start, doctor, come fix this. I say start, doctor, what is your plan to fix this messed up situation? Doctor says sink it so you can't see. Doctor, man, I didn't electricity. Sink it, I know that your brain feel numb. I put doctor Hanley in education. Fast food, no longer we culture. Dr. Doggins in agriculture. Doc Henderson will fly you through. Trust me, we know just what to do. The doctor with the strategic plan. 20 years now, he hold you hand. The experience is still around. Dr. Douglas will keep you strong. And as for me, insecurity, I'll guide you all and the beauty. With this team and a solid plan, give me 5 years to revive this land. Oh, doctor, give her the vaccination to pump a cure into one nation. Doctor, don't you get comfortable with a clear mandate. The country now needs you. So now we have your remedy. Please take care of my country. Doctor, please now inject the cure. Doctor, don't fret to jail them. What happened to the 7 man in one? Doctor, don't fret to jail them. What happened to the woman and the land? Doctor, don't fret to jail them. What happened to the man down by the bank? Doctor, don't fret to jail them. How can a prison cost us 1 million? Doctor, don't fret to jail them. But Bastia High School costs us 10 million. Doctor, don't fret to jail them. 'Cause good governance is now in demand. 'Cause with this team I am no plea. For sure, doctor, you may have the cure.
Well, there you had it, guys. The Cure by Queen Independent. Well, is what? You come turn up the place, man. You come turn up the place. Well,
Try a
The
little
Cure.
thing.
Well, I must say the concept of the song, I say is very creative, and the way the play on words with the doctor and all of that is definitely a testament to your creativity. I know that you would have released the song yesterday.
Correct.
And I'm curious though, what has been some of the feedback coming back from people hearing the song and taking it in?
Well, for most, I think some people were a bit shocked. They were like, wow. not realizing that's where the direction of the song was heading. They was talking about, of course, the build-up, the structure of the song and so forth. So for most parts, it's been quite positive. The feedback has been, I got a compliment yesterday. I don't think nobody could take it away from me. The person said, "Best thing since Conway stopped singing," and I'm taking it. I'm definitely taking it, because as you know, Conway is one of my role models. So that is definitely a huge pat on the back for me, especially seeing that I wanted to, rest on this song a little bit. So
sometimes the best things take some work.
Correct, because a lot of people don't know, but Ratatat was started in 2017. Ratatat was supposed to actually come out with leadership.
Okay.
But I couldn't get it finished, and I just left it until the following year. So I was like, is this a Ratatat? But then I saying, the message of the song would not be as strong if I sang it the next year.
Right.
Because, the leader might do something at that time to make me sing, well, maybe he don't have the cue.
Right.
So, of course, you have to keep the politicians on their feet, make sure that everything that they're saying, that they are fulfilling not only the promise to the people, but to actually start showing us what good governance is. Start showing us accountability. Like, this happened, this is the consequence for this. You cannot be the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, well, he the thief the other day, but they didn't do him nothing. So how come this government? Because we must see change, we must see transparency. There must be a difference in this new government. It cannot just be the same thing. And if it's the same thing, then you do not have the cure, and we need to try again.
Right. But and to people who, speak to the political slant of the song, you have traditionally spoken on political matters. I think you've had several songs over the year that
Correct.
speak to that. So this is kind of like right in the train of what some people have come to expect from Queen Independent, along with songs that speak on social issues.
Correct.
As well. So this is kind of like, even though I would say you've gone in a direction where it's very creative, is maybe not so on the nose.
Correct.
On the nose, which
people used to matter more.
Yeah, that was definitely right on the hammer right on your temple. But I'm looking forward to hear the discussions that come out of this song. I suspect this is gonna be one of the songs that fosters some of that discussion that we like around Calypso, and so we look forward to that. Any intentions to perform in the tents?
Yes, so I will be performing with the Proud Sounds. That is the band headed by Mr. Wingrove Hicks. We are supposed to be having a tent shortly, so listen out for the information surrounding that. And come out, of course, support all the other Calypsonians, and we're going to have a grand time, because we're back on the ground, back to the where it was, back to your house band, and time to kick out, having a tent by Spratnet, having a tent by Shalita there, by the gas station, having, getting back that feeling of Calypso. Yeah.
I got you. Taking it to the people.
Correct.
Well, of course, you mentioned that there are a lot of people who were instrumental in helping you to craft this song, including even some persons who would have come on board to support you financially. Anybody you want to shout out?
I'd like to shout out my management team that consists of Mr. Bailey and Mr. Byron. As him, and Mr. MJ Byron. Of course, I have to give shout outs to Mr. Corey Tyson from Nevis, who did the beautiful arrangement and
Yeah.
production of this song.
Go hear all them sound effects, you know. Good touch. I like it.
Have to give thanks and shout out to people like Zimon, Sharissa, Garfield, Ike, people that constantly listen to me as I write, rewrite. Thanks to people in the Carnival committee that has constantly been a source of support. I have to give thanks to Shannon Harley, who I didn't want her to enter this year, but kept on saying, "You're gonna let one body you spoil the thing for you." So I had to pull back up my socks and do what was needed. And of course, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my uncles, my aunts, everybody that has been a huge support. Big shout out to Mr. Glenville Rogers, who came on board and was a sponsor this year for me, including all my other sponsors, who has been there for me all the time. The Honorable Matt Brantley, the Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, who has been partners from since the first year I entered. And somebody found it ironic that Mark is one of my sponsors, and last year lash him hard. I mean,
I learn it.
Calypso is Calypso. You don't let that get into the fray of things. But just saying thank you to everybody that constantly support me. I mean, everybody meeting me in town. When this song coming out? When this song? What you singing about? So I hope that everybody is pleased with the production and ready to rumble for the Sugar Mass 51 competition.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm definitely happy to see the work that you're able to come up with. Of course, I know being part of the competition, we're looking for at least another song coming at some point.
The next song will be coming very soon.
Very soon.
You know, find people saying like, okay, this song, the next song coming.
Yeah.
And this will be also the first year that I will also have a Calypsonian with me. So I'm bringing a young Calypsonian on board that I also wrote for.
Nice.
So if you see me look a little tired, I had, instead of 2 songs this year, I had to write 4.
Wow.
So she would be coming on the ground. She's just as powerful, and she's going to also make her mark. This is her first time singing Calypso in Sugar Mass, and get ready for it. So we're going to bring a little bit of woman power this year.
Yeah, love it. Well, wishing you all the best as you go through the season. Of course, looking forward to seeing you part of the Proud Sound Calypso tent. And of course, going into the eliminations, semi-finals, and, hoping that you make it all the way to the finals.
Correct.
And, have an amazing showing at the Calypso Monarch finals coming up in December. So appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with us here.
Thank you, Win FM, for having me today. It's always a pleasure being here.
All right. Queen Independent, guys. I know you got to make your move, so going to allow you to go out and do your thing.
All right. Be blessed.
All right. Well, guys, there you have it. Actually going to wrap up the show today. Yesterday we went overtime. Y'all didn't even tell me 10 o'clock done reach. Y'all didn't even tell me 10 o'clock done reach. Y'all got me in here banging my mouth talking. But that's how it is sometimes. I love interacting with you guys, the callers, the viewers, being a part of what it is that we do here. And we so appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. It would not be possible without you guys. Whether you joined us on Facebook, YouTube, winmediaskn.com, or one of the other digital media platforms. Trust me. It is amazing to see the support coming back. If you're listening to us on the radio, 98.9 FM, just as much kudos to you and appreciation to you for being a part of what it is that we do here. The callers, of course, a big part of what happens here. And thank you for being a part of the show. Continue to do so. We welcome your contributions. And look forward to you being a part of the show for a long time to come. But time has elapsed, and I'm gonna have to bus off, as the young people say. I say, no, let me young man. But yeah, as the young people say, it's time for me to bus off. Time for me to leave, time for me to go, time for me to disembark and disappear. Guys, I'm sure it's gonna be overcast. From what I'm seeing, we can expect some showers throughout the day. So please, I continue to urge us to all be careful, to all do our best to look out, not only for ourselves, but for all the persons, not only on the road, but in the community. Like I said yesterday, to go and check up on, those persons in the community who might be the elders, persons who may live by themselves, the shut-in, persons who might just be having, some physical challenges. Just go check up on them, make sure they're okay, make sure they're good, make sure there's nothing that they need. Or if there's any way that you could assist, please try and do so or facilitate that. But also remember, learn from the losses of others, guys. And of course, spend more time living your content than posting it. And last but not least, but most importantly, please remember, you can't be everybody's cup of tea, because you is not a mug. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.